Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we have Total War Attila in for review. This game marks Creative Assembly's return to the Total War franchise after rebooting the Alien franchise with Alien Isolation. The game covers an often forgotten portion of history, the Dark Ages, and is set in the years after the mighty Roman Empire splits into two. There are 10 factions in the base game trying to fill the power vacuum left behind by the Romans. The player will manage their political dynasty while waging war and peace with their neighbors. Total War Attila has two main components, a turn-based campaign and a real-time battle. The campaign is where players will grow their empires through cultural influence and military might, while ensuring their family remains in power with political maneuverings worthy of House of Cards or Game of Thrones. Since all the resource management is handled in the campaign portion of the game, the focus in Total War Attila's battles is combat tactics. Successful commanders will need to master placing and moving their troops to exploit the flaws in their enemy's strategy. Gamers can play the Grand Campaign mode, which mixes the turn-based campaign component and the real-time battles, or dive just right into the fighting with Battle Mode. Battle Mode has several famous battle scenarios loaded up, giving players a chance to change history. Both modes can be played alone or online with other players. Total War Attila's gameplay is challenging and difficult to learn due to its depth, but it's extremely fulfilling. For new players, there is a lengthy prologue campaign that serves as a kiddie pool to the Grand Campaign mode, but it is still quite a swim for those new to strategy games. Total War Attila boosts solid graphics at scale really well for aging computers. Make sure you take time to zoom in once in a while to watch your units clash, as it's really amazing to watch all those little units engage in brutal hand-to-hand combat. The soundtrack is fantastic, and I'm really bummed out that there's no official soundtrack for the game, especially when a few older titles can be found on services like Spotify and iTunes. In an odd contradiction though, the voice acting can get pretty atrocious. With the exception of the advisor that serves up gameplay, instructions, and hints, the voice acting can be downright cringeworthy at times. For strategy fans, Total War Attila is a solid choice, and it may be harder to recommend for those new to the genre, but if you're willing to muscle through the steep learning curve, you will be rewarded with an entertaining title that promises a lot of gameplay hours for a surprisingly reasonable $44.99 US. So for that, we give Total War Attila an 8.5 capsule out of 10. If you want to know more about the game, scroll on down to our description down below and check out our full written review. So that's all for today. I'll catch you later on our next review at www.capsulecomputers.com.au.